The basement of La Penta. This is WICR.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sports Vault. Big Shot Rob and I's third year in a row, our final show of the semester, and we thought, isn't it fitting to bring in the main man who will be doing a lot of work with next semester, Ian Sachs. Ian is a New England Patriots fan, and as we know
Loud and proud.
There is a little bit of controversy going over with Tom Terrific, Ian Sachs. Now, before Rob and I go in, Rob's already got the article, Big Nose, Small Balls out there, right in Ian Sachs' grill. Ian, tell us, what's going on with Tom Terrific right now?
Well, Tom Terrific's looking pretty good. I saw his interview last night. He looked calm. You know, they're going through a process right now. They're investigating. But really what I don't get is how is this news now? There is zero new development. We knew about Deflategate at the end of January.
We did.
We knew that, okay, some people had to have known about it. Some higher-ups, either Brady or Belichick or someone. Someone had to know about it. Okay, now they're in the middle of an investigation, and the investigation found that most likely Brady knew about it. Okay, fine. I didn't know that already. I knew that already. So I don't know why everyone is making such a big stink about it. Wait until they say, definitely, here's what happened, here's the punishment. Everyone is blowing this up way out of proportion now.
Let me ask you, though, Ian. It seems from all the reports that, and they say, I don't like the words that they use, likely knew, he likely knew. He knew. But here's the thing I want to say, Ian, is do you agree there needs to be punishment? Because I do want to say this, the Patriots don't have the benefit of the doubt in this situation based on previous things. Do you feel that some punishment has to come? Because, again, this has been a pattern. It'd be one thing if this type of thing had never happened before. Maybe then you'd earn the benefit of the doubt. But they don't have it in this situation. I think that's rightfully so.
Look, I'm an honesty broker, Joe.
You are. We all are.
We've spoken about this before. Look, if they did something wrong, I'm not that biased to say that whatever the Patriots do is a godsend and that's it. Look, if they did something wrong, they need to be punished for it. I am 100% on board about that. But so I think obviously if they do something wrong, it gets caught and everything. Fine, punish them. Yes, 100%. I fully back it up. But another thing, with the way that the NFL has it, where the offense provides the football. You mean to tell me this is the only time in the history of the league that there's been tampering with the weight of the football?
That's where you're absolutely correct. There's no question.
And I think that if the Patriots get hammered for it, so should everyone else.
But here's the thing is, I mean, look, we all understand.
It's fairness.
It is.
It's fairness.
But in that regard, I mean, look, why is it when Alex Rodriguez's name came out on the report, there was 100 other names on the list. There was only one who got really hammered, and that was A-Rod, because one person has to kind of take the fall for it. And it's usually a big-name player who, honestly, a lot of times the public doesn't like. And look, I have nothing. Before this, I had nothing against Tom Brady. The guy was just a winner. But look, I think the public as it is has always been jealous because of how much he won, everything that he did. He's a good-looking guy. He has it all. So the public as it is didn't really like him. And now that they have this thing that's been looming over the Super Bowl, and it's looming over right now, I think it's the perfect setup. And there has to be some form of punishment because people are expecting it. They're demanding it. That's just what I think.
And from a Jets perspective, you want to know why this is happening to you? This is what happens when you get us fined $100,000 for tampering charges, all right?
Listen. No. We had Darrelle Revis. If you wanted to have Darrelle Revis last year, you should have signed him in the offseason.
We should have. But you know what? You want to know why this whole thing is coming out? Because now this kid is revealing all these texts that he has about him with Tom Brady, with all this stuff, the memorabilia he got, sneakers he's getting. That's why this whole article is being blown up now. Because now all the sources are officially coming out. Yes, it's been a dead issue since January. But now all these other people, you know what? I see it just like in college football, Ian. Why is it always, after a time when a coach has been so hot for years, and then maybe 5 or 7 years later, why is it that a scandal breaks out that he got illegal players in football? football because they always wait to find somebody to ruin them when they're at their highest peak, and that's just the way it's been all these years in sports.
Right, but everyone's been trying to look for a way to knock Brady and Belichick. Everybody. Even looking at Brady coming out of college, he's too small to play in the league. He's not gonna translate well to the NFL. 199th pick in the draft. 6 quarterbacks were taken before Tom Brady. How many Super Bowl rings do any of them have? 0. And when you look at it, everyone's saying like, oh, Brady's got it all. He had to work for it. So did Belichick. They had to work for it. They had to, nobody talks about when they're constantly watching film. Nobody talks about when they're continuously running reps. Nobody talks about any of that stuff. They only say, oh, well, they underinflated football, so of course they won. They put it all in the practice field. Maybe the footballs helped. I'm not saying that the footballs didn't have any impact, but I'm saying that that's not the only thing, and it's not like I could go out into the NFL right now. You give me an underinflated football, I'm going to be throwing 50 touchdowns a year and winning 4 Super Bowls. I'm not. You think I'm going to do that? I'm going to get crushed on my first play.
I think you could do it, Ian.
I'd get crushed on my first play. So it's not that the footballs were what drove the success.
It's not, but here's the thing that I think upsets people, and it upsets me, is there's no need for it. Tom Brady was going to be an all-time great regardless of what happened, and there's no need to deflate footballs. And it's not the act of deflating, which I agree, probably has minimal impact on what Tom Brady's going to do. It's the notion of cheating. Like Rob and I said when we started the show on the steroid thing, the reason we love sports is because it's unscripted entertainment. We don't know what is going to happen on any given play, on any given game. No one knows what's going to happen. It's why it's fun. We want a level playing field in life. We want a level playing field in sports. I think this notion of cheating, which this is an example of, is just goes against that, and it's what drives people like me insane. It's just, I want what I'm watching to be fair. I don't want to have the doubts in the back of my mind that what I'm watching is legitimate. It's the reason why, for me, baseball will never be the same, because I don't have that trust in what I'm watching. And I think when you take the fans' trust away, there's nothing more dangerous in sports. And I think this is a situation where you have to come down hard, because it is an example of that.
Look, you're right. That's exactly why I like sports too, because it is unscripted, because it's fun. You don't know what's going to happen. You can watch sports for hundreds and hundreds of years, and you still don't know what the next play is going to be. You don't know what the result is going to be. But another thing is, okay, look, say yes, we messed up. The Patriots messed up. Fine, punish them. Get over it. Get over it. Serve the punishment. And people are entitled to mess up. And if everyone's saying that the Patriots are an example and they're terrible people because they played with footballs that were a pound or whatever the difference in the weight was, less than what it should be, I don't think that it's that big of a deal. I know it's the principle of the thing.
Yes, the notion.
The notion, the principle of the thing. I get that. But in the grand scheme of things, just put it behind you. Look, it's a big deal, I know, but at the end of the day, is it really that big of a deal?
Well, Rob, you go ahead.
I would say absolutely. It's easier to catch. That's the big thing. I mean, we look at the difference between that ball. First of all, yes, anybody could throw a pigskin. Any quarterback could throw one.
It's the difference of a featherweight.
But I mean, it's lighter, Ian. That's the thing. It's not where you're grabbing it so hard, where you have to have it a certain way. It's so much easier to grab it. It's so much easier to throw it. That's the big problem at the end of the day. And I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's Tom Brady, great quarterback. I mean, but I want to see something done. I don't care. I don't want to see him, first of all, suspended whatsoever. I may hate the Patriots with a passion because I'm a Jets fan, but I want to compete. I want to see the Jets compete every year, play the good teams. But I would like to see something happen. Some discipline needs to be done, hands down.
See, I think that's where all of us are different. I don't consider for a minute. I agree that with Ian that the minimal that deflating footballs has very minimal impact on the game. For me, it's just the notion of the cheating, which is what I can't get past. So I think Rob and I agree that in the sense that something has to be done, a punishment has to be handed, and the minimal impact, which you and I agree on, Ian. So there is some agreement on some levels.
I'm not saying that because it's the Patriots and because I like the Patriots, nothing should be done. Look, the Patriot, if it comes out that the Patriots did mess up, which it looks like all angles are pointing to that, but we want to wait until the end of the investigation. But let's say that the investigation does find that the Patriots, there was wrongdoing. Yes. Punish them 100%. I agree with you, but it's just wrong to point to them right away and say Tom Brady, because he's so good looking, that's why he should be the poster boy for this. Look, he messed up. Fine, let him serve his time, and then he gets back on the field, and then he'll make up for it.
I think good final words from Ian Sachs. Ian, I know you have class to run to. Rob and I have to do one more segment to close out the semester. But Ian, defender of honesty, defender of truth, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
Go grab yourself some French toast and bacon, all right?
Ian Sachs, Tom, terrific all day.
Ian Sachs will be a normal member of the crew next semester, which I'm very excited for. Honestly, guys, it's the dynamic trio in right here, right now. So, folks, stay with us.
Terrific trio.
The terrific trio. I like that. Maybe that's the new handle name right there. But everyone, stay with us. Rob and I will be back for one more and close it out.